Hello everybody, welcome back to the 2021 Christie Lake Summer Sizzler coverage presented by True North Disc Golf. We're your hosts, Cam Zanini and Clayton Morgan, back at it again.
Back at it, let's go.
Big thanks to Platform Discs again for being one of the title sponsors, as well as the Goat Towel. Once again, if you haven't got a Goat Towel, they're phenomenal. And we are here at beautiful Christie Lake. It's probably one of my favorite courses in the area to play.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Everybody likes coming here. That's why it fills up so quick.
I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful green.
Little mix of everything here at Christie Lake.
Big thanks to the ODSA, Forefathers, and Bearcat for being also sponsors of the event. There's our lovely Instagram handles if you want to give us a follow and a like and say what's up, whatever. Looking good in that picture, man.
Thanks, bud. I'd really say more so just probably follow you. Like, I can't lie, I'm very terrible with social media. and very rarely ever go on it, so just message Cam if for some reason you want to
message me. Yeah. So after the front 10, Oz is 1 under par. Marty's a smoking hot 6 under.
What a great start.
That's huge,
Huge start.
That's great. He plays this course well, though. He's got the game for it. Those just straight putter mid-range shots. That's all you really need here.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah. Bryan McDonald had a bit of a tough start. A couple unfortunate breaks in the putting green for him. The one spit out on 7 is what I recall too. And Scotty J hanging out even, so not terrible.
It's not, because he can totally do a 6 down on this back 9.
Oh,
no problem.
for sure
back
he can.
10, I should say, because it was 20 holes, right?
For sure he can.
Yeah.
So as we roll into the back 9 here, here's our overall cards. The 3 of them got birdie on the last hole, which is one you do want to get, and Scotty with the unfortunate par, just chaining out for his birdie putt. So, and as we move into course hole 10, which is actually tournament hole 11, I guess I should say, it's par 3, 240 feet, slightly uphill. It's a straight shot or just a little bit of a drifting Anheuser for a backhand. There is a high sidearm route over this stuff on the left side here, but it's getting pretty tight. That stuff on the left is really growing up this year, and it's one of the routes that's kind of disappearing over time. But another one you kind of want to get a birdie putt on. I
would say so. If you can throw a putter straight, this is fairly easy.
Yeah, just kind of like what Marty's going to do here.
I just think
missed that, and it's beautiful.
A little bit of uphill there. It forces you to throw it a little harder with that distance, so that's where the struggle will be if you can't throw that disc that far, the putter.
Yeah. That slight uphill gets that angle control more important. Oz is going straight at it.
Come on. This looks nice.
Go in.
Great shot.
Great shot there, yeah.
Between Joel Freeman and a whale, I picked the whale.
Got a nice stump there to hit. Couple stumps.
Yeah, it's a nice looking green. They added the stumps a couple years ago, and it looks really nice. It's kind of a good vantage point. Bryan, that's not going to be good.
Well, it's almost like he did exactly what I just said. Like, Bryan just wanted to get that little bit extra on that putter pop, and then he forced you to screw up, right?
Scotty's just smoothing a mid-range out here. That's the veteran in him.
Nice shot, Scott.
A little short. He's got another putt. Another thumber from Bryan. This looks pretty good.
Where'd it go?
Oh, wow, deep.
I was going to say, I didn't even not see that.
Wow, he crushed that thing.
Seems like he's got a lot of power, too.
He does. I remember I played with him at Peterborough, and he had a standstill thumber that, just zipped 350.
Nice putt, Scotty J.
Good birdie.
There you go. That's the way to start the back 10.
Looking around like, oh, I got to find more of those. Taking the sunglasses off, being in business.
What did Bryan do before?
Oh, he had a standstill thumber that he had to throw because of the rocks. That's a great par save. And he just zipped it 350 standstill. And it was just phenomenal. Came out so smooth, so clean.
Do you know what he did before disc golf though? Did he
I'm not sure, but
sports like baseball or something? Or?
He could have. I'm not entirely sure. He could just have that just natural thumber form that a lot of players have, and I don't have. But that's a great par save from Bryan.
That was great.
This is not a hole that you really want to bogey.
Well, he had too many in the first half.
Yeah.
So.
There you go. Good birdie from Oz. This came in as the 3rd easiest hole, averaging a 2.53. So another one of those that you kind of what Philo says. It's not a gimme, but you got to get it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not 100 feet right in front of you. You shouldn't ever miss it. But it's one of those where if you want to be at the top of Open, you do have to get that one. So 3 birdies and a good par save from Bryan. As 3 of our card mates are now under par. Looking good. moving into tournament hole 12 or course hole 11.
Which could get confusing after
Yeah, it gets a little strange. It's par 3, 335. This is a very specific shot you have to throw. I like to throw kind of a fairway driver, like neutral, a little bit of an anhyzer on a sidearm and kind of drift it in this way and then fade a little bit right about here. And if I land up by the stairs, I'm happy with it. I just want to get something through the gap and finish to the right because I don't want to fade to the left down that hill. It's not fun down there.
This is a great hole, though. I really like this hole.
Oh, it's a really, really good stroke separator for sure.
It's a good technical shot, and if you do get a birdie here, I find that you will capitalize on
that's
a lot of the other players.
Wide and kicking down to the left. It might be all right from down there. If you go more left than that, that's when it really gets hairy. Like way down there, you don't want to be there.
Though.
Yeah, that should be all right. This is a play I like to do. The flex sidearm, it comes in softer. I was trying to go high with it.
Oh God.
It's maybe a bit early.
A little bit, yeah. I did some course maintenance on that one. This flip up backhand is so tight. You have to hug this left side to really get the fairway.
Oh wow.
Gotta get really risky, that's for sure. Seems like everyone's just kind of just going for those trees now, that database of trees. I'm like,
yeah,
if I hit it, I can get a 3. If I go through it, I'll
it's
be
not. It's not a terrible play. Yeah. Ryan's got a fast driver in the hand here. This looks pretty good.
It's chopped a little bit. That's good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Kind of got an unfortunate break off that branch, but he's in the middle. It should be a very, very simple par. Unless he wants to get frisky and run that one, which might be pretty scary. So Oz is down left, I think. Whoa, sit down.
Hold.
Oh,
no,
caught
right
the
to
bad
the
skip off the hill, yeah. Scotty's got something.
Went for it.
Sit down. Okay. Good par save. Brian just taking his 3 and walking away. No shame in a 3 on this one.
No.
It averaged 3.05, so just over par. So, yeah, if you take 3 threes, you're not really losing anything to the field. Well, there were 5 birdies on it. So.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
They were probably like very good shots, and I'm assuming right close. Yeah, most. Of them.
Yeah. It is only 335 feet, so it's not like it's really, really far away. It's just this green can get so cluttered and hectic.
I noticed you didn't name drop like a few people who got the tips.
Well, I mean,
you didn't get it, or
no, I did not get it. That's a good bogey save from us. I did not get it. No, I did not get it. So.
That'd be funny. You're like, I'm only name dropping special birdies on holes if I'm within the group.
Yeah, if I'm part of the importance, then it's important. If I'm not part of it, then I don't even care.
Yeah. That's funny.
No. Well, there was 5 birdies and then there was six bogeys, so it's pretty even. Yeah.
Probably a lot of layups and move on to the next hole.
Yeah, exactly. People are just like, if I'm in the fairway, okay, I'm taking a 3, moving on.
Sometimes that's when you can find you're like, oh, that's when we need to make a critique. You know. Push the hole a little further or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I like how the hole is.
The hole's amazing,
because it is birdieable. I mean, I've actually smashed out for an ace on that flex sidearm before, and so it's gettable, no problem. It's gettable, but it's a very specific shot. It kind of punishes what's not perfect. So this is the new tee pad for this hole. It's up at the top of the stairs, and all this schnarb that you see off the tee here up until this cutout is all out of bounds, and any out of bounds has to go to the red tee as the drop zone.
So the red tee, so that's just the
that's the short tee.
That's just the regular short position.
That's the regular short tee. Yeah, this is a temporary long tee for this event. This looks a little left side, but typical Marty fashion sneaks through and almost hits the next card in front of him. Okay.
I got lucky somehow.
Oh, hi. That's a lot of ground action for that shot. They got a bad roll there.
It's a fast.
It is very fast green. With it being downhill as well, Scotty knew right away. He peered it.
Or he thought he was.
Or he thought he was going to smoke the first tree. I don't know. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Wasn't bad.
Scotty's always doing something, having fun. Eh?
He's a great guy.
He's one of the best to play
on the card
with.
for sure.
Just don't tell him I said that. It'll go to his head and have to listen to it.
His curls will get bigger.
We know his smile can't get bigger. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bryan caught the last thing on the right side. That's what you see a lot. It's a very specific thing. It's another one of those. I think it looks like a stable hyzer, but it's actually like a straight disc on a gliding hyzer, so it doesn't finish as much to the left. And as I say that, Oz throws something overstable and parks it. So what do I know?
Yeah, very little
actually. Apparently, yeah. No, it's a little bit long, actually. Not parked, but it's got a putt.
It's in the stuff a little bit.
Yeah. This is a scary putt. This can get away from you pretty quick. That's a good hit. But
just gotta get some closer for Bryan. Like
yeah, he's right
seems
there.
Like he's all over. He just
he's right there.
Get a few in the circle and.
I'm already just off the cage. Sit down. Okay. Yeah, and if you're short of this green and you're putting at it and you don't hit metal, you're going 35 long.
Nice,
Scotty with a nice putt.
I called this. I said he's going to tear this back 10 up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. Good start for him.
Well, even you said it. There's lots of birdies in the back 10, just less chances to really screw up as much.
Yeah, the woods isn't as in some parts. The woods in the back, you'd think would be thicker, but it really kind of isn't. There's only a couple holes. It's this one sometimes and the next hole that are really crappy in the crap. That was another good birdie.
Nice. They're heating up now.
Yeah, this is one you do want to get though. It averaged 2.63, so it's one of the easier holes. Even with that out of bounds off the tee, it's a pretty simple shot.
It's it's a putt.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
everyone's down there. It's just who hit the putts and.
Moving on to 13/14. 2 birdies, 2 pars. Marty's still 7 down through 13 holes. It's pretty good.
It is good, yeah.
Pretty good.
He's on track. He's holding pace for sure.
Yep. Now we got the one that everyone has in the back of their mind if they're having a good round. It's course hole 13, par 4, 420 straight as you can possibly throw it. Because any movement left or right and hitting a tree can be trouble. So my play, I throw a fairway driver, like my Royal Rage, on a hyzer, flip it up to flat just to get the speed, and I land somewhere on the left side over there. If I get past the main gap in that one tree in the middle and fade to the left a little bit, I'm not too worried. You got to get just down the fairway on this one.
That's it. Just 75% of the way down and ease the pain. Scotty's playing Plinko.
That's a lot of action there.
Well, that tree in the middle there, we see like maybe 50-60% of the way down. That's the shot, right? Play the.
I think this is a shot right here.
Oh, for sure it is. If you can do that. That's
great. Yeah. Great shot. That's kind of where I like to end up.
Yeah, for me too. But for most, I would think that they want to get that soft shot out, stay in the middle, get halfway, and then do it twice.
Exactly. I've even seen people just go putter to the short tee and then play the short tee drive.
Well, exactly. You just want to stay in the middle, but if you do have a good, clean, longer shot, like some of these guys, then it does make sense. But if you're not doing it the majority of the time, you should just stick with the way the hole's designed for shaving strokes, right?
That's a good shot from Bryan. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly where we want to be.
And he's got the sidearm, right? So he's just going to throw that underneath.
Scotty just pitching out. Looks like got it to the edge, yeah. It's going to be a working man's par from here. Especially with Scotty doesn't really throw the sidearm. He can't really throw that flex. He's got to go the tight gap.
That was sneaky. But you can just
see
how tough
that's
that
looking
is,
at
right?
it, yeah.
Cam, you get off course like that, and you think to yourself, the best I can do now is get this up for a putt for a par. Like
anything off the fairway is a lot of work. Go in.
The amount of times I get done this hole and I listen to us all say, "Oh, I should have just thrown it up halfway." Next round, I'm throwing it up halfway. Next round comes, me throwing it out halfway.
Yeah, no, you don't want to. You're like, nah.
Yeah.
I got to make my second shot easier.
Yeah.
I'm already with the unicorn sidearm.
He does that?
Apparently.
I think that's the first one I've ever seen.
You play with them all the time. Jeez.
Yeah.
Must be pretty rare. Odds for a 2 look here.
Whoa. Good effort, though.
Yeah, not bad. Kind of gave it a half go.
Half go. You don't want to. You always got to give it some sort of go when you can. You know that 2 is going to capitalize on the field.
Yep. Scotty just off the right side for his par. Already left himself a little bit of work here. This is the right side again.
I'm sure he wanted to get that one.
Yeah. I mean, even with if he doesn't throw the sidearm all too often, with how good of a player Marty is, you'd think he should be able to get up and down from that spot to a point where he doesn't have to think about a putt like that.
And probably wasn't. Just sometimes they just don't go in. Right?
Yeah, just one of those slight miscues, Bryan with a good birdie.
Nice.
Hopefully that can kickstart his back nine here. Oz with a good birdie as well. Sky's going to tap in a bogey. This one averaged what hole is this? 14? 15. Well, tournament hole 15, right?
Yes.
Technically. I'm already confused, man.
I am just.
Oh my god.
You're doing great. Listen, hey.
I'm trying.
You look fantastic. You're
Thanks,
doing
man.
great. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're looking pretty spiffy today too
Thanks,
in that
buddy.
shirt,
Thanks.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, going after the shirt already. I thought we were saving that till later.
No, I gotta point it out now. Hopefully I get a little snippet of that. It's a nice shirt, so.
Well, if I'm not gonna clean up my face, I have to wear a nice shirt.
You gotta get that beard going. So.
I'm old now. Yeah. I'm almost there, bud.
Jeez.
Next year.
Okay, so that last hole was course hole 14, or tournament hole 14. I'm already confused. Average 3.68, so you got to get that one, I guess, kind of. This is hole 14 in the course, par 3, 311. It says the natural on the sign. It doesn't quite feel like a natural hyzer because you got to push it straight, and then it's really got a hyzer. It's kind of like a stall.
I'd say that's a good way to describe it, it's like a stall hyzer.
You'd think it's just a simple, chimp hyzer, and as I say that, Oz is throwing that type of hyzer and getting a birdie putt. Well, he might have got the last thing there. I couldn't quite tell, but I play like a nice straight neutral to stable fairway driver on this one to get the glide, and then it just slows down because it's not a fast driver. That's a great shot from Bryan.
I really like this hole too because I feel like if you make that correct shot, you're rewarded. If you don't,
definitely
you're not. You won't get the putt because you'll hit something. It'll send you somewhere you shouldn't be. See Marty.
Kind of like that, yeah. That's a typical landing zone.
You don't get any reward if you don't hit it perfectly. So
that last row of pine trees that stick out in the fairway from the tee, you can kind of see way up there on the left side. Those are the ones you kind of have to miss. They're the ones that really make it a stall shot and not a gliding hyzer.
This looks good too.
This looks very good. Yep, that's putting right up there with Bryan.
Just ask Oz, he knows.
Marty with a long look.
Got a nice stump reaction to save him a couple feet. Oz from the Shule. I guess not really Shule, but...
Do it.
Ooh. Good height. This feels like one that you want to get, but it's a little bit harder than it should probably seem. That's an unfortunate error there from Scotty. Bryan snagging the only birdie.
Bryan.
There you go. Grabbing the tee
Right back in
box.
it.
Yeah, he's only +1 now. It's not too terrible, honestly. I was cleaning up par here. Fun fact, this hole averaged exactly 3. We had 4 birdies and 4 bogeys on it.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's about as even as you can possibly want a hole. So,
and how many players?
I would...
This hole is like there was a lot. That's crazy to me that there was only 4. So it just shows you.
Well, this is just the open stats. This is
okay.
all,
I was gonna say. I was
no,
like,
if we only had 4 birdies through the entire event, then I'd be like,
still,
wait a minute, yeah.
Even still.
No, I'm just doing the open stats for now, just because. I mean,
which makes sense. Yes.
Well, yeah. I guess.
Threw me off there. I was just thinking about for something like what?
Yeah. Well, there's also divisions playing the short tee, so that would kind of get skewed a little bit, right? But yeah, 4 birdies, 4 bogeys in the open. There's like 18 of us, so it's a pretty even hole. Hole 15 or 16. I'm gonna say that a lot. Par 4, 372. The hanging basket hole. I think this is what the Doosan Memorial hole. I think they put the hanging basket for him. I think. Don't quote me on it. I could be wrong. This one's kind of like a tweener. You can definitely get down to the green. I think most of us have done it before. Got a 2 look on it or pat. Oh, jeez, that's a pump. But this one big tree right in the middle that you see right there. If you go inside, just like Bryan's doing, it is the way to get to the basket. And even where he is, so he's found the left fairway. There's a little opening down that way that's pretty fair if you land over there. That's a great shot.
Bad. As long as you're past that first corner stuff, you'll have an easy pitch out.
Missed the big tree, missed that left side corner there, and then if you don't see your disc finish, this looks a little inside, but not terrible.
Not a bad
That's great.
hit,
Yep, that's
really.
fine. Even if you're in these trees right there, if you're far enough, it's you can get up and down from there. You do want to get to the left side because there's less in the way on the green, whereas the right side of the fairway is where everyone wants to end up. And then that's kind of where it's more guarded. There's enough guardian trees to really make you have a 60-foot like jump putt. But you also got to hit a gap at the same time. So that's that right side we're talking about. And you see there's just enough in the way where if you try to slide it up and you catch one, then you got one in the way, right?
This looks good too.
That's looking real nice.
4 good shots, really.
Hey,
Oh, there you go.
Nice shot, Scotty.
Long look at it.
He's looking at it. Yep.
Well, and that's why we get into those questionables, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it all seems easy when you slide it underneath and get a 3, but
Right,
with the
yeah.
guardian trees down there, it just. But yeah, there's a few where you're like, should this be a 3 or 4? But I don't think it matters.
No,
It is what it
this
is.
one's it's one of the like I said, it's one of those tweeners. It did average 3.42 though. So if it's a par 3, it's a hard par 3, but then if it's a 4 like it is, it's an easy 4.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's right in the middle. It says there were 12 birdies on it because it is a par 4. And that was almost a 2 from Scotty. We did have
It was a good
2
run.
eagles in the day. One in open, it was Jamie Pay. Shout out to Jamie Pay.
Jamie
getting it.
again.
He's
Jesus.
getting all the good ones. And then
Yeah.
James Mowens. I don't remember exactly what division he was, but he also got the 2 from the long pad on
Wow,
this one.
that's
So kudos to
amazing.
him.
Yeah, good for both.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. Like, I don't
Jamie
watch
always
that,
gets all
that's
those
when I
He
go
does.
to it.
Yeah,
like,
he
dude, what
gets
do
he
you
gets
do?
the
Or, like,
sneaky ones.
he's
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he gets the one hole no one gets all weekend. I'm like, how?
It all happens.
Yeah.
Just like,
I guess when you're good, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That boy good. Scotty dunking in a 3.
Yeah, but that's where you get the questionable, right? Like Scotty almost
Yeah.
cashed that for eagle and then got like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where people say. But I think for the average person playing it, they're probably like, oh, I'm so glad this is a 4, right?
Yes, exactly.
So-
You feel better taking a 3. It's like, oh, I got a birdie. It's like, oh, I got a par, whatever, right? But this car gets the star frame, so good for him. And look at Brian's back to even par.
Clean it up just like that.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Everyone even par better. Marty's 8 down.
Wow, he's off to a great
Slinging her.
start.
Hole 15.1, or what is it, 17, I guess it would be. It's a temporary hole. We played this one in previous years. 309. It's a specific shot. It's uphill, downhill, and uphill again, and it's a pretty protected green. It's tucked way back up here. It's about 10 feet just behind this pine tree right there, kind of where those roots are.
Right about. No.
Right about, okay, well, we'll
Not
see
yet,
it later.
not yet,
But
yeah.
this is a tough one. The tee pad was a little bit uphill as well, so timing just like that is a bit of an issue. You do have to kind of run on a diagonal.
You got to
Just
give it a
because
good
it's uphill.
pull for sure.
You do.
It says 309, but you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know. If you half-ass that, it's not making it.
Yeah,
Not even
exactly.
close.
That's not bad. This one's like if you get over that little first hill there and you're down in that clearing, you're like, okay, it's an easy 3. Because for 309, it's pretty
this
hard
shot
to
right
get.
here, this should get it.
Got to get sneaky.
Yeah.
Not quite. There is a line. That right side is the most pure line to get there. You got to get.
Let's do this one.
Oh, this is where it started to rain.
Oh no.
Yeah, so like all of a sudden, like the heavens just like opened up. I remember I was on the 17th fairway, and we threw our tee shot with no rain, and when we got up there, it was like I need an umbrella like now. So it opened up pretty heavy. Brian's got a little bit obstructed putt to save his par.
Wasn't bad from
No,
where
it's
it
not
was,
terrible,
though,
yeah.
Really.
Oz has got a pretty routine up and down here. Could have done without that roll, but
Just a bit of an annoyance there with some
Yeah.
ranges maybe, but
yeah, make him think about it. I'm already trying to throw this in.
oh, do it.
Oh,
Good run.
man. Kalen the trooper right there without even, not even using a raincoat. Look at this kid. No fear. Scotty getting up there for a putt. It's Brian for a par.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
great par. Great par.
Scotty next.
This hole is actually tied for the 6th hardest for the first round, averaging 3.16, and there's a whopping 0 birdies again.
Wow.
No one got it.
You
But-
just have to be there, right? I think
Yeah.
it's the lay of the land in that. And
It's
there's
doable.
Lots to hit too, right?
It is definitely doable. It's just a very, very specific shot, along with a bit of an uphill run up. And
there on that one.
yeah, There's only 3 bogeys though. So there's 0 birdies and 3 bogeys. So most of the field taking a par. So not horrible. But as we see here, 4 pars. There you go. That helped out the average from this card. You like that hole? What do you think about that one?
I don't know. Should I lie or be honest?
Well, I mean, you know.
It's hard. Way. I'm just kidding. Who knows? Until you play things a few times, especially with makeup holes, you don't really know.
They also just cleared that like a day or 2 before the event, so it was like fresh.
But it's good to have the extra hole to get the players and meet the demand. But for the players, of course, didn't seem like it added anything. Obviously.
Yeah, just kind of one of those get your 3 and move on. Yeah. Course 16, hole 18 actually, par 3, 196. And you're thinking this has got to be a must get, right?
But I bet it played harder than the last one.
It's not as easy as you think. It's a very tight shot. It's very low ceiling. The 2 skinny pine trees in the middle there are like right in the way for a great shot. This is
gonna work. Yeah,
that's in the circle. Yeah, this is one of the few holes that has like stones in the ground that mark the circle's edge, and he's probably just inside of it. This is a gator from Oz, I believe. This is what I like to do. Trying to get to the left side of those, and he does. So it should be very, very nice. Yep, that's the play. That's the play. A slight flex with a slow, stable mid-range. That's what you want. Marty's going to show you the opposite play, which is a straight backhand.
That rain got him on that.
Yeah.
That's not...
this is the time that it was like raincoat Ricky mode. Like, you got to get out of your umbrella and just throw, or else your hand's going to be soaked. So, Scotty's got a good commitment on that one. That's great. Nice little bounce.
I'm trying to reflect back on this rain moment now. And
it was
I just remember at one point sitting in the vehicle and going, we can't blame this.
No, yeah, we actually,
this was like after the first round, so this is
like look at this, like just out of nowhere, you know, in the last 15 minutes, it just monsooned.
It just got. I feel like when it got done, it just got worse and worse.
It got heavy, very, very heavy. Scotty just off left. These are tough conditions to play into, especially when you have these in the circle putts. You're like, I got to make these, but your hands are already soaked, right? And you take any more time than you need.
Oh, nice.
Good birdie from Bryan. Doesn't affect him at all.
Well, here you actually have a legitimate excuse. You're like, oh, the rain, it's slippery.
Exactly.
Like, we don't have excuses.
Exactly. No, if it's bright and sunny, no wind, or like I don't know, my hand just decided to not be a hand anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
I forgot breakfast.
Yeah. Didn't have the right coffee this morning, you know. Marty taking a bogey, Oz and Bryan grabbing a birdie, and Sky tapping in a par.
Which is unfortunate on that hole. Nobody wants to birdie that hole. It's quite surprising the shots you see come out of everyone on that hole. There's just something about it where you're like, did I just watch that?
Yeah. Well, I think everyone wants to birdie. I don't think anyone wants to bogey it.
No, but just sometimes there's shots that come out, you're like, what was that? Right?
No, I was making a joke because you said no one wants to birdie it. I'm like, I think everyone wants to birdie it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do. Yeah, they do.
So, actually, that hole, for it being 196 feet, averaged 2.84. When are you ever going to see a hole under 200 feet average barely under par?
Right.
Like, that's crazy. 6 birdies and 3 bogeys. So, a lot of pars as well. As you see there, 2 birdies and 1 bogey and a par. This is one of my favorites on the course here. This is technically hole 19. It's par 4, 393. I mean, this is what you have the entire way up the fairway.
This is a beauty.
I love this tee shot. It's one of those tee shots where, for me, it's easier to just go for it than trying to lay up in the middle of the fairway. Because if I hit something hard and it turns over and it keeps flying, I'm like, okay, it's an easier up shot down there. Whereas if I try to, throw a putter or mid into the middle of the fairway, it's a harder shot to place. I think this hole is just get all the way up there and then just scramble.
It's a great lead up to hole 18 to finish the round.
Definitely. There's Bryan's wicked thumber. Whoa!
Why did I say that?
That actually hit the wire. I was
Holy
down at the
smokes!
other end spotting on that one when it happened, and I was like, "What was that?"
That was the most wild kick I've ever seen in my life. Go back and rewind that when you're watching this and just see what happens there. That was whack. This might be on the edge. This is a hole, if you go early right, you are hating life. Sorry, Scotty. I am horrible at this.
Yes.
That's like the 4th time I've like
you may be
foreshadowed.
Shocked. You'll be shocked where that one lands.
Yeah. Marty, that's a little right as well. There's a Marty kick. Out to the middle.
That's a very nice,
all right, guys, coming up.
Fortunate kick.
Okay, so
Okay, so never mind. I'm thinking of a different round, I guess.
Not quite.
Yeah,
that right side is not fun.
It gets pretty nasty when you get in there.
That's looking pretty good. A little short, actually, but he's got a long putt. So here's Scotty's third. Okay, he's on the fairway. Still some work to do, though. He's not quite at the top of the hill. It's going to be tough to put that one close. Bryan just playing smart.
These last two are pretty tough in the slippery conditions. Like, you need a good shot on both of these.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that was Oz. Scotty, get off that pole. Okay. That's one of those shots where, like, okay, I get up and down, save my shot, and you throw it in the middle and just smacks a pole, kicks into the woods again.
Oh,
you ever have that happen?
That pole?
Or is that just me?
That pole's got a lot of people.
It's like it's right in the way. Bryan swinging the hyzer, trying to go around it. Goes in front. Not horrible.
Anyway.
It's probably just outside the circle, I would think. He's got a chance. This is Oz's third, I believe.
Yeah, I think his other one must have just squeaked out for him there.
Oh, it just never came back for him. Looked like a good shot at first, just never wanted to fight back out of that. Good bid, though. Nice soft floater from Marty, not going too far.
Still gets the par.
Yeah, taking a par on that one, not terrible. Scotty's got some work to do to save that one. This is Bryan for par. Not quite. I gotta imagine that was from the rain. I gotta imagine that was from the rain. That didn't look like his normal putt. That was pretty nose down for him. He has a nice pitch putt, but that looked like it was just one of those grip things.
Good putt.
I was just off the right side chain. Looked like.
Well, that didn't stick.
No.
It looked like it went in.
It could have. Yeah.
Wow, it is.
Wow, look at that.
Down.
This guy's not even phased.
That's a great play. He probably
That's a
didn't dry that. He's
great.
like, whatever.
No, I probably
It's so wet. When
it's one of those
wet,
like, you know what? Yeah. At this point, your hand's wet, your disc's wet. It's gonna counteract each other. It's gonna work fine.
Your underwear's wet.
Yeah. Everything's wet. Your spare pair of socks in the car is wet at this point. Like that's how much rain we're having here.
I just keep having the flashback. We can't play in this.
Literally, it was coming down like crazy. We were under the pavilion, and there was a literal waterfall coming off the roof of it. We're like, this is ridiculous.
There was a moment I thought second round was going to be canceled.
I thought of it too. Like at one point we were hearing the thunder. We're like, uh-oh, here we go. Here comes the old with Ledgestone where they got the third round cut out or fourth round cut out because of the weather.
That was a rough 17.
Yeah, well, that's that rain, man. This hole is no different, man. This is the 20th hole, the last hole, par 4, 401. In my opinion, this is like the only legit par 4 that you look at and like, there's no way this is a par 3. Right? It's I've seen it done. People have tooed it with a big flex sidearm all the way down and taking a big skip, but it's a monumental feat.
It's a shot worthy of it too if you make
definitely.
it. Right?
It's definitely feels like an eagle.
This is a great finishing hole. You can see a lot of swings near the ends of
tournaments.
This
is an amazing hole.
It's an amazing hole to finish on.
Already, oh, look at that.
Hopefully these guys can just skate through this with the rain and get their pars and get out.
Yeah.
Their birdies or whatever they're looking for.
I think a par here is not that bad. Get out of that. It might not be that bad. It does open up a little bit on the left side there. Hopefully you got far enough. Get left.
That's a nice shot.
Oh, that last little shrub.
Shouldn't bother us though.
No, that took him out of like prime landing zone to kind of like, okay, well, might be able to manufacture something, but.
He's pretty talented with his shot repertoire, right?
He is. He's got a lot of the kind of working man's shots and the little quirky ones. Scotty, can you get the Marty kick? Not quite. This hole came in tied as the hardest hole, averaging a 4.53, and I gotta imagine that's probably from the rain as well.
Yes.
Because this card, my card had played in the rain, the card in front of us, and probably the one in front of them, had to finish their round on this hole, and it's not the one you want to finish your round on in that much rain. Bryan just trying to get around the corner. That's what happens a lot. I see that like kind of straight skid out. It's not really a flare skip on this green.
Really hard to balance that turn and power in those short shots, right?
Yeah, like they don't really want to flare. They want to skip straight into the woods. Oh my gosh.
Wow. How many trees did he hug before the start of this round?
Like, he knows it too. He's like, yeah, that's right.
Look at that smile. Beautiful.
All right, I see your ways, Marty.
You just got to take those fortunate hits, right?
Definitely, yeah.
I always say you got to throw a good shot to get a good kick, and that was a great shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
great
exactly.
Turn, and he did everything he was supposed to do. He didn't even need the hit, right?
No, probably not, no. It helped him get closer. And that's the one in the way. Bryan probably just pitching up close. Yeah. Sit down.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So I think this was after
Yeah, I was gonna say,
the rain delay. Yeah, there
didn't
was a
some
lightning
groups,
delay, and I remember I was talking to Bryan about this, and he said all we have to do is putt out on 18, and we're done the first round, and we can't do that because of the lightning delay and the rules. So they waited for, what was it, close to an hour? I think our delay was
I hate these chains today.
to
That
putt these out,
hurts,
right?
that hurts. It's hard to come back.
So an hour where you can't really putt unless you want to putt in the monsoon. Coming back to have these putts, right? It's pretty difficult, but. Scotty with the bogey. Oz taking a par, unfortunately. Bryan taking a bogey, and Marty going to tap in a birdie.
That's a good birdie to finish.
That's a great birdie, yeah.
8 down's a good score. I feel
Yeah.
like that'll be nestled up there.
Actually,
in the
there
top
was an eagle on the day. Not an open, but I don't remember what division, but it was Josh Goulet. I don't know how you did it, but that's amazing. So kudos to you. I got to imagine you threw it in. Probably like a skip around the corner or something. That's incredible.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll throw a comment up on this and let us
Yeah,
know.
maybe.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
If you're watching, tell us how you did it, because I would love to know. So that was our first round done. Marty with an amazing 8 under par round in the lead. Oz with a 4 down, and Scotty and Bryan were, I think, 1 over par, I believe. We'll see here shortly.
4 down's good from Oz too, though. I feel like
Yeah,
that'll
that's
keep
not
him
terrible.
in the mix.
Yep.
And
Yeah, both of them 1 over par. Just a rough finish, just because I had to finish in the rain, and Marty got the fire graphic going there. 10-11 rated first round. I mean, what else you got to say? You know, if
that's
like
Christie
look
Lake.
at
It
the
looks
rain.
like
I mean,
multicolored.
just crazy.
Yeah, a little bit of rain.
It was a beautiful day up until, like, half an hour left in that first round, and there's just the sky just opened up and said, "All right, I'm done."
It was bad. We were sitting in the truck,
rough.
and it must have went for about 45 minutes straight after.
Hard,
that first
like
round.
hard too. And then when it stopped raining, it was
It's
fine.
done. Yeah,
But like nothing ever happened. So
There's your
leaderboard.
leading? What's going on?
So because of the tee times and having to do 2 rounds a day, they kept the same cards for both round 1 and 2. But as of right now, Marty's got the lead. I would be in second place with a 6 under, and Casey, Jamie Pay, and Caleb Frisbee all tied for third at 5 under. Oz, Ian Canham at 4, and James Duong at 3. Got a bunch of names up here.
We got a bit of a battle going on.
Yeah.
I like it.
Still a lot of golf left, though.
Looks like we need to get a few pictures here too, eh?
Yeah, a couple of players we haven't seen on the program just yet, but probably we'll see eventually at some point.
Something to shoot for.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, well, I can't make Joe mad, so I can't go to the States. Like, there you go.
That's
There's your
right.
Canadian version, right?
I'm just glad we get to see your face up there all the time.
Now
now,
stop
but-
you. Once again, check out the True North store. We're in here now, and I walked in here, and I swear they got more bags and everything else in here than last time. They probably did. They usually always do. They have everything you're looking for here. Small bag like that, medium to large bag, cart, like whatever you need.
They got it all.
They got it all,
I
and
mean, that
and
upgrade.
probably then some. They have the birdie disc golf game. They got like this infinite discs like Magic 8-ball game. That's freaking fun to play.
Nice.
So
I don't know if I've ever seen that. One thing
It's
I'm
fun,
partial
yeah.
to, because you can't see everything. There's so much stuff.
oh,
I got
yeah,
a life to live too. You know, I got other stuff, right?
right. Yeah, I
But
know.
those one thing that's really intrigued me is those thought space discs.
They're pretty.
Like the design on
They're
those discs.
very,
and,
very
like,
pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just visually appealing and looking at them. Like, I be honest, I haven't thrown them or anything, but just
No.
looking at them, like,
Oh,
I
they're
gotta get
gorgeous.
some of those.
They're
Yeah.
gorgeous, yeah. Well, that wraps up round 1 for this coverage right now, and we'll catch you guys in round 2.